Hello there, welcome to a new tournament, the Mix tournament, where we're going to be playing a kingdom which is generated from one of the previous Mix tournaments, which are curated sets of cards based around a theme or particular expansion, the themes of a particular expansion, or on a different theme. And those are curated by Donald X with sometimes help from various TOs. And then, anyway, we've done a bunch of them. They're on my channel, but this tournament is going to have us randomly select one of those mixes and then get a kingdom from it. So we're going to play a few different ones of those. So we got a Dark Ages one for our first game, playing Naesala. I don't think I played them in a Q Cup, but other than that, I think I've ever played them in tournament. This of course has Fortress with lots of things you can do fortressy stuff with, so that's the direction you probably want to head. As far as the opening, Forger Exorcist seems reasonable, though silver is also reasonable. You do need to be able to buy 4s. And 5s eventually. But anyway, lots of stuff to do here. I'm opening silver just because I would like to hit 4 and 5. Well, 5-2 is okay. The replace is pretty good, but don't know if it's better than not getting 2 things. Unclear to me. Anyway, here I'll trash copper and buy a forager. A little bit of chance for collision on the reshuffle, but so be it. We would ideally we draw another copper here and buy a fortress, but this is okay too. You don't need a lot of fortresses. You can get action from sacrifice, but you do need some. This will be another forager. Getting thin then really lets you explode with the gain and play on the replace stuff. Tormentor can be reasonable. The attacks can do some stuff, though some of the attacks are potentially mitigated a bit by Fortress, though probably not a huge amount. I don't know how much Changeling will come into play here. Certainly possible for it to be useful at certain points, but this is unfortunate. We've got a little bit of a berry here. We found the sacrifice, we'd have been in pretty good business, but we're again being able to buy I'm not super. I think I'm gonna go for the third forager again. They're not that good, but this is all a bit unfortunate. This is basically no draw here. I'll probably just buy another fortress, trash a copper and buy a fortress with sacrifice. It would be reasonable to get a necromancer as well. If we have that chance in this shuffle. but it's not it's also okay just to do some trashing. It's also not like super clear that that's better than doing another sacrifice. I'm gonna get to move quite a bit here. Estate copper is pretty useless for them. I mean, giving me the curse is fine, but I'll be able to deal with it for sure. So it's not a big deal. I think here we just get the sacrifice, and then move through here as much as possible and do some trashing. Get another replace. It's sort of hard to. There's not really any reason to get Exorcist over just more sacrifices. So here I'll trash the Forager. Potentially a sad draw for me here. It may have been better to get another fortress. I went a little more aggressive on the payload. Obviously, if I just have a fortress in hand here, then it looks a bit different, but oh, they're gonna be mostly caught up here. If I have a good turn here, then I can still, they could take a changeling, but I wouldn't buy, say, a forager. They're still, yeah, if I have a, that was actually a misplay on my part. Pretty serious one, actually. After I drew two fortresses here, this was a real, oh no, I didn't have, yeah, I had the replace. This was a huge screw up. Possibly game losing. I mean, we can trash the replace, I guess. It was a It was really bad though. Um, if they have a turn here, they can win off of it. I mean, I don't mean necessarily win this turn. I just mean they can get in a position where they can win. I could have after I could have put a sacrifice on top. Now maybe I still would have deaded. Maybe I drew out 2 foragers or whatever, but it was really bad. If they lower too much, I guess there's some chance that I can 3-pile. I don't know that I really have the gains right now, but unfortunately, there may be a trick with Crumbling Castle. I'm not a fan of the Salvager at all, really. Not that it's terrible or anything, but pretty unlikely that we have enough overdraw to pile out. I would have certainly trashed the copper. I don't. $7 doesn't seem to be especially better than 6. So that looks like a bad choice to me, but I don't understand it anyway. I don't know that there's any buy that would make me understand it. Like, I don't think Humble 4 is like that great. I don't think Changeling 4 is that great relative to just trashing the copper. There's no way I'll have a pile out, but they could also, I guess, score some and then it changes the dynamic a bit. But my what I did last turn was so bad. They're fine. I mean, they expose themselves a little bit to like dud chances, I think. They get another Necromancer. That's fine. It's not super good. I don't think I can pile out, but they also didn't really up their gains all that much, so they're not too scary either. Unfortunately, we do have a bunch of gain and play calculation required here. Don't know how much overdraw we have exactly. So we could gain 2 replaces and draw them. Gain 2 replaces, draw them. We can empty the replaces. And then it would be like, can we empty the... I'm not sure. Can we empty the changelings and the sacrifices? I don't think we'll have a draw for it, to be honest. So we should think some here what we would like to do. I guess we could. I mean, this is a point where you might think about doing an exorcist just as a way of they didn't have a lot of draw, so I'm not super worried about overdraw from them. I think we can probably do this at least. Just maybe underplaying stuff a little bit. Ooh, diluted changes some stuff. Because they don't have enough. I mean, they've so much of their gains is from salvagers. Interesting. I may be able to push another replace here. I don't know that I need to necessarily. But it does change the dynamic here a fair bit. I kind of want to have a fortress on top. Or actually, let's see if they'll let me undo this. I need to get another action first. This does boost their foragers a bit, which is sort of unfortunate. But I don't think they can pile out. Maybe I'm wrong. The main hope is they don't have the overdraw, I think. I could be wrong though. Because it would be like they can do changeling stuff. So I might be dead wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm probably wrong by like 1 gain. So I could have just not taken the sacrifice and been safer. Oh no, and they had a mason at the end, or they had a fortress bottom deck. That I can't really work, or well, that's just very lucky. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. I think they probably had it regardless though, but that's really unfortunate. I should have yeah, this was well, okay, I messed up the biggest thing was I messed up that turn earlier. Yeah, and they still have a changeling, so they'll just win that way. I think I could have, well, I should have just, there are a million things I should have done there. Not a million, there's like 2 things. I should have played that 1 turn correctly instead of wrong, and then I should have you have to generate this. Well, it's I basically blew that one because my draws were good enough to win on first player for sure. I just messed up. And got a little greedy. The diluted made me greedy. I should have just ignored the diluted. And this is this is like Magpie's worth like 1 million points. This makes the 5-2 sort of sad looking, though I think I'll probably still open upgrade. The Magpies are just like, maybe you don't though. Like maybe it's a big enough deal. They're worth so much for Triumphal Arc and for Obelisk. That just makes the 5-2 really bad here because you can't go like, you can go stockpile Magpie or something like that on the 3-4. I think you probably have to just buy the Magpie and hope, because they're just, because then the piles also can run pretty fast as we're doing stockpile stuff. Yeah, this one looks unfortunate. They may have the 5-2 as well, but they open an experiment, which I think is not right. I think I would do stockpile for sure, but it's certainly not unreasonable. This is so rough. They also will get to play the experiment, and maybe just the magpies may gain like 3 magpies on this next turn. Okay, well they didn't. This is scary. So this is buying these off the back of not wanting to lose them totally. This is so hard though. That's at least something. So that split went pretty bad, but I mean, I got 4th them, but I just bought them. I bought most of them. They got to gain at least, I guess they gained 3 of them. So we bought the same number, but they got the extra 2. This seems like easy stockpile to me. You could do experiment, I suppose, but I might take caravan or experiment. Seems fine. I probably wouldn't have gone for the second stockpile as them, just because they have the upgrade and you can get them that way. But it's not unreasonable at all. This is just gonna run. The thing is, the piles will disappear and I'll have a points deficit. Like there, I would be buying if I were Naesala, I would be buying caravans at that point. But I don't know, this doesn't, like I said, this doesn't matter a whole lot. They're just gonna crush me. You could do like stockpile, double caravan, or you can do the experiments up. I like those buys too. They look pretty good to me. I guess my only hope is that they just do something really silly with 3 piling. More likely they just win immediately. Like if they have 5 stockpiles here. Well, you would need more than that, but if they'd drawn the, like, say the upgrade into estate and then maybe more of the stockpiles, there's probably a world where they could pile out. Just buy 2 more stockpiles and buy an experiment. Please. I don't even know if that actually would like let me score enough to get there. It would give me, guess it would give me 6 more points, so it would technically. Well, yeah. Because they're at the two upgrades, so it wouldn't change their score if they bought all those things, but it would be terrible buys. They can also just buy like a province, you know, and just wait. There's not really any rush for them. I don't really love the double upgrade. That seems a little bit silly to me. I don't know what my last cards are. I'm going to just push. I mean, most likely I'll get burned into 3 piling, but I don't have really any luxury here to avoid that. And I can like buy a province, but which probably is still not really a winning move. Probably what would have been better for me was to try and just take the just go stockpile experiment and see if I can pile out on the next turn. Is actually what I should have done rather than the province. Oh well. Silly me. I think there's a stockpile and experiment left down here. So I guess if I just play this magpie now, it's 50-50. Yeah. LOL. Now I know they have the draw this turn, right? Sort of. But I still sort of have to push this. I mean, none of this is material. It's just, their upgrades, I do think, were pretty bad. They can province though. They just can't score enough. Even if I get really lucky magpie things, which I didn't. Just eventually they pile out. Oh well. I didn't know they had that many estates still. That's kind of wild. That they had that many estates. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do in that game. Or what to do differently, really. I guess that turn where I talked about not buying province, but buying the other stuff. But I don't know that I would have had the points. Oh well. That one I don't feel too bad about. First game I still feel horrible about. So we have Wall. Apparently Wall is, maybe you're just supposed to like give them bad cards or something. We have Tomb no trashing. Not technically zero trashing, but I don't know how you do this one. This is not a, I don't even know why Wall is on the board. Or I don't even know why Wall is in the mix. This doesn't make any sense. Like, what do you can get distant lands, I guess. They're still pretty good. It's so, there's just nothing. Like, what? It sincerely feels like the play is just to do basically big money, which is not especially satisfying. I mean, relatively speaking, of big money kind of play. Like, I guess you can set up to do distant lands, but they can still, I mean, they can buy distant lands as well, so I don't know what your particular advantage is in doing by province money strat. I mean, I guess, like I said, you can do distant lands, but if we didn't have wall, you could do a Slay changeling. I mean, you would build very, very big and you would go for Slay changeling stuff, but you're just not gonna take that much crud here. Lots of sevens so far. Yeah, if you didn't wall, you would build massive, and well, you'd be building to get distant lands mostly, but you would build pretty massive. Here's a couple eights, and then maybe the distant lands won't miss, and so those were pretty lucky. Yeah, this is quite fortunate. It's not super clear that probably this shuffle like patrons are still worth it. They're also not really any different from silvers. I don't know. It's not super clear that distant lands is worth it here, as you may just get the provinces over the course of the next couple turns and it be too much. Like now they're already so low. I could hit it again. They could hit 8 again. If I hit 8 again, I'll just win because this is too much. Too big of a points lead for a wall board. I would say. Like, they can't play the distant lands particularly quickly. They can play them quicker than I can, but they're still not a huge amount of points, of course. Yeah, they hit 7 like 4 times. That was just a miserable board. For sure. Okay. So that was a quote unquote friendly mix. I'm not sure what was friendly about it. The one before that was no terminal. We actually have hit a couple of the not expansion ones. Here, the last one we've got. The last one we've got Nocturne. I don't know. The old masterpiece Bane. Powerful masterpiece Bane. I guess you open Peasant and Bounty Hunter probably. You could do Exorcist. Probably looking to do plus action on Menagerie eventually, but you could also have, like, you'd probably do Teacher here. I mean, you can potentially get away with Disciples and Cantrips. I guess you could. I don't know, that doesn't seem real great. I was going to say that I guess you could figure out some kind of deck that is sort of golden. That is a little bit golden. And maybe just do that, but the attacks probably make that too hard. There's not a lot of alt VP, but well, there's not any alt VP. Not sure about Monastery. I'm thinking more just like a double Bounty Hunter, but should have won that first game. I blew it. I'm a fool. I'll be thinking about that game for ever. I will probably just take another peasant here. My bounty hunter is missed. It's a bit sad. They go double peasant, which is maybe a bit aggressive there. Probably fine, but trying to think Exorcist versus Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter missing is pretty bad. It maybe should have been, I don't know. I'm trying to think if the Monastery ever does anything. Not real clear that it does to me. Their shuffles have been, I would say, better than mine. At least so far. Probably when I play, probably when I play the soldier, they'll get an activation. They buy another Exorcist. I do not like that at all. I would have to say, to me, that looks pretty bad. But it's probably fine. It's not what I would have bought, but is this at all safe to trigger? How bad of a shuffle is it? I mean, we may get another menagerie activation, which is something. It's not a super big shuffle. But what is the upside, I guess, is the question. I guess potentially these next two cards aren't very good. I don't know what they are. Well, one of them's a menagerie. I guess the other one's an estate. Let's try it. Well, that's not any worse than whatever it was, probably. Maybe our best shot at a Bristol. I was thinking maybe Piazza, but maybe our only shot at the bridge troll. And we get activation. Fortunately, so will they, most likely. Oh no, they had quite a bad draw. That's something. We gotta count our blessings. I had a very good draw, so I like more peasants for them. I mean, okay. Well, didn't turn out super exciting, but the bridge troll would have been nice. I'm trying to think if I need peasants or if I can just get away with get the teacher first and then do menagerie bridge troll. I mean, I have another disciple still, so. Or I will get another disciple, so it's not nothing. We'll probably have to exile like the Exorcist to hit 5 again. Unless they don't attack us some turn. Or we can get, I guess we can get a peasant and get a soldier and maybe hit 5, but that may be a little slow. So we may end up exiling the Exorcist. I mean, if they don't attack us, it's possible we just hit if they don't attack us, it was possible for just to hit it. But that didn't happen. I guess we could do a wisp. How did we get the wisps? Are we likely to get another one? Maybe it's the wisp. Maybe we do it this way. We can buy it this turn. Then we... I guess that doesn't... But we can do a wisp later too. Maybe that was stupid. Well, we can do the exorcist. Still feels like it was probably stupid. I don't know why I revealed my hand like that. Oh no, we have it because the math has already been done. That's already been accounted for. So we can either go bridge troll or we can go... Piazza, I suppose. And an imp. I guess what we do here will depend a little bit on what our hand is. Yeah, so we're here we'll do plus action bridge troll. There may not be any menageries left, unfortunately. But we do get the first shot at playing a couple bridge trolls, so that's something. Don't know if it's enough, but it's something. Their second disciple is going to be pretty good. Can't kid ourselves about that. I guess we could try to go even bigger on the bridge trolls right now. Just do it, like try to end the game in the next handful of turns. Just disciple now. I mean, it's a little sad, but it's not clear that we'll get a better shot. It would be like disciple bridge troll, which would get us another one down, and then just buy a bunch of them. We get them down to 2. We may be able to buy a few. There's certainly some sort of appeal to that. For me, at least. There's also some... We're going to keep the menageries. Did they play a bridge troll? I guess they didn't play a bridge troll, so we get this $3. So we can... Well, the wisps are in there, so it'd have to be the... This could not pan out, potentially. but there is something to be said. The coppers could be horrible. There's something to be said for getting this out now. Fortunately, they don't have a market square yet, so their disciple a little bit worse. Don't know. They do get to call teacher now. I have a shot. I don't know. I know their turns are gonna be pretty important for figuring it all out. It should be okay-ish here with the draw at least. I mean, even one activation is pretty okay. They can't get 12 buys, can they? Or 11. Whatever it is. I don't know why they aren't playing the fugitive. They can't play peasant and bridge troll. I'm not super clear on what the buy on Menagerie is doing this turn anyway. They need to... I don't know. I mean, I'm not piling out either, but I can score. I can take like 1,000,000 duchies or something. The fugitive order stuff was just wrong. It may not end up affecting them at all, but it was wrong. And that may be enough to get. I mean, I'm going to have to, again, look at scoring. It's going to be my way out of this, I suppose. You would say. I don't know how much I can score. I can score quite a few duchies. But it may be... Well, what's left? What did I buy? I bought 3 bridge. Can they score 24 points? Would have been nice to get a duchy or a province as well, but... Oh, okay. Well, that's not gonna do it. Yep. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Wish I had not totally botched that first game, but I guess I can't complain too much to get out with a tie there. But hopefully play the other ones a little better. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.